What's good with y'all boys? Man, I feel good to be back. After the last video, man, I am excited to make this banger. Last video we got 200 plus views and like 12 likes, man. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all keep showing love. We're gonna keep dropping nothing but bangers. But today in this video, I'm gonna be talking about the top 5 underrated games, and it's actually gonna be underrated games, not like them other YouTube videos where they just show games that are like low-key popular, but like people just don't play them no more. No, I'm gonna show y'all some games y'all most likely do not know about, and they're actually low-key fire. But let's get right into the video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all of that. We're gonna keep these bangers dropping. Let's go. First game. Fighting has to be one of the most underrated games I have played in a minute on Roblox. Like, the game averages like 100 players, 100, 200 players, like sometimes even lower, and I don't understand why. The game's good. The game's really good, and it reminds me of kind of like a Splatoon 2 or 3 mixed with like Overwatch type. Like, that's kind of what it reminds me of. The game is really creative. And I'm gonna keep this short, but it has a lot of classes. It has like swordsman, range classes, medic classes, all types of just fun builds you can mess with. And like it has skins, shops, all that stuff. Like as you can see in the footage right now, like I'm just camping, shooting, like, but you also have people playing aggressive. Like it's a really fun game, and it's really balanced. There's nothing unbalanced about the game. The game really underrated. The only reason I would say it doesn't have a lot of players is maybe because lack of updates, but like to me the OSTs, the characters, and just the creativity they put into the game carries. Like the game is amazing to me. But yeah, if you like team fighting games, shooting games, really creative games, or you just bored, please go check this game out. This game is really underrated. I feel like this game deserves way more players, and by this video we should get this game populated. So yeah, go check out Fighting. Link will be in the description, and the link to the music and everything in the description. I'll get full credits. Let's move on to the next game. Game number 2. Alone is a new horror game that just released, and it's pretty new, and not a lot of people know about it, so I wanted to add it to the list before it got too popular, so then it wouldn't be considered underrated. But yeah, it's basically kind of like Doors but more story driven, and the game it just looks like Doors. It's nothing like Doors actually, but the stamina mechanic and the flashlight mechanic can get kind of annoying when you play it, because like the game doesn't want you to have your flashlight on 24/7 and be at a sprint all the time, so it's kind of hard. It's actually a really hard game, but once you start to get like used to it and through the story, you realize what and what not to do, so you know what to avoid. But other than that, the game it's a pretty good game. If you need something to play with your friends, like a horror game to like just have some fun, you should check this game out. Another reason I really like this game is because it has voice acting. The voice acting is really unique, and the game itself is unique. It tries to be different than other horror games, maybe with some inspiration from Doors, but like Doors was a good game, so there's nothing really wrong with that. But yeah, I'm glad this game actually has voice acting, so it's up there in terms of quality. And other than that, I mean, the game is just fun. So like if you got friends to play with, play this game. It's called Alone. Link will be in the description. Let's move on to the next game. Game number 3. Undertale's simulated approach is another one of my favorite games on this list, simply because of the turn-based combat. The turn-based combat in this game is really good. It's because they capture the Undertale feeling really good, and to be honest, like the turn-based in this game is probably better than like any other Roblox game I've seen. Maybe not some of them Pokemon games, but other than that, I've never seen a turn-based combat this good. The game has fighting, items, passing, and sparing. The game has a lot of bosses and fights. Like it has Char, Torio's like second form, has Napstablook, and a lot more. To be honest, you probably won't find any other Undertale game with this much passion in it for a while. All the other Undertale games are mid, to be honest. They're just simulators that are just bandit beat simulators where you just keep beating different forms of sands until you get the strongest weapon. This game actually took their time to make a good combat system. So if you like Undertale and you want a game to play on Roblox, I suggest this game. It's really good. But let's get to the next game. Game number 4.
Like you're weird.
That turn. Oh,
But yeah,
Saber Showdown is probably exactly what you would expect it to be. A Star Wars lightsaber game where you just start boxing. You could customize your lightsaber, different colors, different stances, different types, all that stuff. And you can use like the force, you can use speed, lightning, all this other type of stuff. Like you could grip and pull people. But like at the end of the day, you just boxing. Like you get into a ring and everybody is all for themselves, or FFA. Now the main reason I like this game is because the combat actually is unique. It has air attacks that like are really satisfying to hit. It has blocking, it has parrying, it has like it's really in depth. You have to actually read the tips to know like how the combat works, but when you learn it, it's really fun to use. Another reason I really like this game is because it's simple. They don't try to do all this, that, and the third. They just make the game simple. Like you box, but like it looks good though, and the game actually averages a decent amount of players, but I still would consider it underrated because not too many people I know about it. I had to put on a lot of my friends onto this game because it's actually a good game. Now I do hate how most of the stuff is locked behind the paywall, but other than that, the game is fun. So if you're looking for another sandbox game to just box and you like Star Wars, you should try this game. Link gonna be in the description. Saber Showdown. 5th and final game. The last game. The last game on the list is Skyrift, and some of you might be familiar with this game because I did talk about it in my most recent video. This game, Skyrift, is definitely one of the most underrated games on Roblox because it has amazing combat, amazing PvP, and amazing PvE. And yeah, it is kind of a sandbox, but it has like a dual mode and stuff like that. And this has so many builds you can mess with that like you're not gonna get bored that easily. But yeah, if you like games like roguelike games, rogue lineage, deep walking, parrying, skill-based Elder Ring, them type of games, hardcore, I suggest you play Skyrift. This game is really good. Link gonna be in the description for this one too. And yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for me. This is the top 5 underrated games on Roblox I had to share with y'all boys today. Like I said at the beginning of the video, appreciate the love on the previous video, like 200 plus views, man. I cannot thank y'all enough. When I get views like that, it pushes me to keep making videos because editing takes hours and days. Like it takes a long time. But when I get views like that and likes like that and support like that, the comments and all that, and the subscribers, it makes you want to keep going. And just like last video, comment down what y'all want to see next. Let me know all the games releasing, all that type of stuff. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all boys in the next one.